The date is October 17th, 2024. A mysterious video titled version 1 is uploaded by a channel named Rochaz313. It's of a Roblox player with the same name touring his new place. But what he doesn't realize is that something is growing, or in other words, a spreading living parasite within his Roblox game. This channel has 14 videos in total, ranging from really long to really short, so we're in for a real treat with this channel. Let's not waste any time with this introduction. Let's begin with the first entry. The video starts with Rochaz313 on an empty map. He begins the introduction to the video. He says hello, his name, and he mentions that this is a tour of his brand new game that him and his friend KyrieGaming have been working on. I put quotations on working on because there's barely anything in the game. He mentions that this game is a work in progress, but he shows us the things in the game now. For example, a house with nothing in it, a garden, and a campsite with seats that don't work. Like always, the first video doesn't have much content in it. It just introduces us to the main character. Rochaz asks people in the comments to tell him what he should put in the game. He should add some trees. This video introduces the person mentioned in the last video, KyrieGaming. As we can see, the two of them have updated the game since the last entry. And look, they added tree. KyrieGaming mentions, as we already know, they've worked on the game since the last entry, and here's what they've added. They added something inside the house, they updated the camp, which the seats are still glitched. The video ends with KyrieGaming stating, "We are still making it as cool as possible so we can release it to you guys." In the description of the video, we get some information of the two of them. He apologizes if they misspell certain words because English isn't their first language. That's cool. After that, it's the end of the video. This video is filmed without Cappy. The reason is because he's sick, as mentioned in the description. They didn't seem to add much to the game. They added a lemonade stand and a cool dock over a small pond. The last thing that Rochaz mentions is this empty area of the game, asking us what he should put here. But when he says this, something weird happens. This video has subtitles. When he says this, a hexadecimal code shows up. It translates to a YouTube video link. The YouTube video link takes us to an unlisted video, which is the next entry on the channel. Looking at the video's description, it has the same date as the last video. This means that it happened at the same time. We get proof of this once we glance to the left side of the screen. We see Rochaz filming his intro for version 3. This video is very creepy. It has weird audio playing in the background. He begins to type in chat. "Hello YouTube, today I'm going to make a tour of the second version of the house." After this, he begins to speak a second language, which is Portuguese. These translations may be wrong. For the record, I apologize to my Portuguese viewers. Darn it, I said it wrong. I'll have to restart. This sucks. I wonder what I could add to that empty space. I'm gonna talk with Cappy. He's much better at building than me, XD. This video gives me the odd feeling that something's up. There's something in this game watching him, waiting for him. We're seeing the perspective of whatever's coming in the future. And from this point of view, it isn't looking good for Rochaz. Let's move to the next entry.
Have we always had this tree out there?
Yes.
I need to be more observant.
As mentioned in the last video, Rochaz wanted to ask KyrieGaming about what they should put in this space. Cappy says that he doesn't have any ideas, but he recommends looking at the comments. However, none of the ideas fit their liking. Cappy then mentions something. He brings up that the game has been having lag issues. He mentions frames per second drops as well as the game freezing, but they have no idea what's causing it. But then they get their answer. A large tree spawns out of nowhere. After this, the video ends abruptly. This is what was watching Rochaz earlier. As suggested in the title of the video, the seed of the tree was watching him, waiting for a moment where he could catch him off guard, which is what happens here. Rochaz in the video's description wonders if this is happening to anyone else. Let's not waste any more time and move to the next entry. Right off the bat, we notice obvious changes in the recording quality. The game is lagging a lot. You can tell by the delayed walking sound effects. Rochaz wonders if they accidentally put a virus in their game. This can happen because of free models. The only thing is, everything on the map was built by them. So this is a different kind of virus. Rochaz mentions that after the last video, he attempted to contact Roblox about this issue, but got no response. This is weird because Roblox support always responds to problems relating to their website. Cappy asks if he attempted to move the tree, but Rochaz didn't get the opportunity to because of school, but then Cappy makes a creepy discovery. Going right up to the tree, you can hear this. The tree is alive. The final clip of the video is Rochaz in Roblox Studio attempting to move the tree, and well, this speaks for itself. Interacting with the tree completely shuts down the computer, which is weird. After that, the video ends. Let's move on. The video's description sums up everything you need to know about this video. Was playing some Chaos Canyon and my friend showed up. The friend in this video is named 1-Leaves. He talks to Rochaz about the videos he's been uploading. He wonders if the two of them are good. Rochaz replies with, kind of not good. Cappy is not feeling pretty good right now. He said he is going to be offline for a while. 1- hopes that he's okay. He also asks Rochaz if he contacted Roblox about this issue, which he has done before. Rochaz thinks that Roblox ignored him or they just didn't believe him at all and thought it was a troll, but he still wonders why Roblox wouldn't at least leave a message. 1- then offers to investigate what's going on in his game alongside his friend. He says, even though it's really scary, it's kind of interesting. Okay, this guy is lying out of his ass. Rochaz accepts thinking it's a good idea because he's trying to do the same. 1- mentions he'll keep Rochaz updated if anything changes. 1- tells Rochaz to get some rest, and that's the end of the video. This 1-Leaves guy is really suspicious. Just something about the line, it's kind of interesting, is just weird. Let's move on. Right off the bat, we could tell something is very wrong with the game. It's a lot darker than usual. I think this tree virus is infecting their game slowly. Rochaz says that he doesn't know how to start this video. He just states that it's a warning video for his viewers. Rochaz mentions from this point on, all future videos will be on this tree. He says he wanted to do something more fun, but he doesn't feel good making normal videos when this is happening. He mentions that the game has changed, but it wasn't him or Cappy that changed it. The game just updated on its own. The second thing that he mentions is that the garden has disappeared, which is odd. The third thing that he mentions is that Cappy will be returning tomorrow, and he doesn't know how he's going to react seeing that the map changed on its own. The fourth and final thing is that 1- from the friend video told him to add his friend Calvin2009. Both 1-Leaves and Calvin2009 are going to investigate this place. Before the video ends, Rochaz mentions that he's really stressed out, and that's the end of the entry. Let's move on. As Rochaz said in the last video, Cappy has made his return. Cappy wonders why the game looks like this now. Rochaz informs him that the game has changed on its own, which freaks Cappy out. Cappy then brings up a forum post that Rochaz uploaded but we are yet to see. Rochaz says only one person responded, but the person called him a liar then started making fun of him. They make their way to the house, then this happens. Cappy seems to fall through the floor, which is weird. We then get a POV of a brown hallway. Judging by its description, video with Cappy's footage she sent me earlier when he fell into the hole. This is what happened to Cappy after he fell through the floor. The audio playing in the background through these hallways is a heart beating, which we've heard before with the tree. Could Cappy be inside the tree? Most of the footage is Cappy walking down seamlessly endless hallways, with a couple of ladders to go from one level to the next. We then hear loud thumping. I'm not sure what this could be. Cappy then comes across a hallway that becomes smaller and smaller. He finds a room full of holes in the floor and the ceiling. At the bottom of the holes, it is just darkness. This then follows. Cappy falls into one of the holes and is teleported to a bridge in the void. Walking to the end of it, this is what happens. A lot of information is hidden in these quick pictures. Here's what is shown. The first image that we get is of Roblox HQ with the ASCII code at the bottom left corner. Translating this will take you to a pastebin link. It says the following. It escaped. I don't know how it happened, but it escaped. It's in another person's game now. Everybody at the office is in a panic. They are trying everything they can do to try to contain it again, but it's not working at all. I'm starting to feel uneasy. This message seems to be from a person working at Roblox. Seeing the email and the forum post that Rochaz made, everyone down at the Roblox offices is out of panic. The second photo shows a black and white image of something with the word life under it. The third photo is a maze with the phrase a mere illusion written. The fourth photo is of a pond. The fifth photo is of plants. The last photo is of really realistic roots of a tree. Those are all the images that are shown. Cappy's computer then shuts down and cuts to black. It then shows the game. The sky is now completely red. It ends the entry with Roches saying, "I have no words." Me too, man. Me too. And that's the end of the entry. This video starts with subtitles. Roches has finally learned how to edit. Roches explains that One Dash got busy and wasn't able to explore his game, but he gave the idea to attempt to communicate with the tree. Here's what they came up with. They connected one of the roots to the NPC that they added to the game. This is actually pretty smart. Here's what the NPC says. The first question asked is, "Can you hear me?" To which the NPC responds with, "Hello. What is your name?" The NPC responds with, "No soy," which is Greek for diseases or plagues. "Where did you come from?" The NPC replies with, "Headquarters." It glitches and shows us an ID to an Imgur link. It's of a forum post people talking about how the Roblox headquarters have been privated. This is the headquarters that the NPC is talking about. He asks where headquarters are. The NPC responds with, "Here." "What do you want from us?" The NPC responds with, "Seeds." "What happened to the buildings we made?" The NPC says, "Growth." "How did you even end up here?" The NPC replies with, "Wakefulnesses." The next question asked to the NPC is, "Who even are you?" The NPC says nothing. Roches asks, "Are you alive?" The heartbeat of the tree goes off again. I guess that's a yes. The final question is, "Why are you inside our game?" The NPC replies with, "Spread." After this happens. In this clip, we can see that the map has completely changed to a long alley of trees. Roches looks down for a couple seconds, then he looks up, and Cappy disappears, which is weird. Following this, that's the end of the video. This video was uploaded on August 12, 2011, but it was recorded on June 30th earlier that year, 5 days after the communication video. This entry takes place in another game. As Roches says, he only made this game so he can train his building skills. Roches says that he's recently been playing other games not on Roblox, like Half-Life and Left 4 Dead. Great choices! I don't really like Half-Life to be... Cappy asks the question to Roches that we've all been wondering. What happened with the tree? He's wondering this because Roches hasn't mentioned it for a while. Roches replies that if he just ignores it, nothing will happen. Roches wants to just ignore the tree for the time being. He also mentions that he privated the game, but then One Dash and his friends started begging him to unprivate it. I'm telling you, there's something up with these two, to which Roches unprivated it so they can investigate it. All seemed fine until this happens. The tree spawns in Roches' other game. The tree is spreading. Roches leaves the game, and that's the end of the entry. But before we move on, there is a conversation between 3 people in the description. Here's how it goes. "I already said no." "Come on, man, let's have fun." "I don't want your guys' definition of fun to possibly have your accounts deleted. Plus, I don't want to get involved in this, even if it's just using Studio sometimes. Listen, man, if you don't want to help us, then I don't want a friend who will ruin my only chance to actually investigate something interesting. Don't disappoint me." "Okay, fine, but I'm only doing this because you're my friend. Thank you. We will call you when we need help. Whatever." Wow, these guys are pieces of shit. This is what Roches was talking about earlier. Let's move on. Hey everyone, sorry for being gone for so long. A lot of stuff happened while I was gone, so I'm going to give a quick rundown on everything. The game is much different than last time. He explains that the sky is red, the trees no longer have leaves, and the sun is different. He also explains how some of the things that him and Cappy built are now gone. Space Wanderer, Calvin2009's new account, said that he had a recording of the game when it started to change, but it is lost. Here's a photo of what the game looks like now. He goes on to mention the forum post from before. He says that it got deleted 2 days ago. Maybe people at Roblox HQ deleted the post out of panic that this info will get released. He tried asking Roblox about this but got no response. He thinks that Roblox is involved in this. Roches also mentions that him and One Dash found something interesting. Ever since the little tree appeared on my desert map, One Dash got curious and wanted to know if it could appear in the other games he's made. Roches created an empty base plate and after 2 days, it appeared. But after the tree shows up, he can no longer delete the game. Watching the empty base plate in the desert game, this is what they got. There are trees everywhere, and the NPC is saying spread, just like the noob NPC from the communication video, but the base plate only has 2 trees at the moment. That is everything that Roches explains in this video. After this, it's the end of the entry. This is a very short video of Rachas joining the first game to be infected. He just shows how the game is now. The video is very creepy to watch, seeing what it once was from a couple videos ago to now a complete wasteland of a game that's unrecognizable from what it once was. This virus has completely taken over the game. This isn't his game anymore. There is an ID of a pastebin link. It brings you to this message. Jesus Christ, my ears are ringing. I'm opening up the map again. Alright, I just hope it doesn't do that loud noise. What the f? It's still there. I didn't even save it. I'm calling John. Judging by the date, this is the earliest proof of the tree being in someone's game, taking place a whole year earlier than this first video. I also think this conversation is at Roblox headquarters as well, D being David Bazuki, and John being John Shedletsky. Let's move on. This video is footage from One Dash and Space Wanderer investigating the desert place. This is actually the first time I've seen them investigate. They're questioning the NPC in this game, but after everything they ask the NPC, it doesn't answer. One Dash seemingly gets annoyed by this, seeing how he treats Space Wanderer. I don't like this One Dash guy. He asks one last question to the NPC. One Dash says, "What is wakefulness?" He gets no answer. One Dash then leaves, but then this happens. Space Wanderer falls through the ground and is teleported back to the tree's hallways. He wanders, see what I did there, through the hallways for quite some time, but the more I watched, the more I realized something. The audio is very different from last time. It seems to be more aggressive, more angry, if you want to explain it like that. He eventually sees a name tag. This person is One Dash Leaves. I knew he was behind this all. Getting close, this happens. One Dash Leaves begins to speak to Space Wanderer. Seed, it's good to see you. I want to ask you something. Do you know your importance? Do you know your purpose? You are a grain of sand in the grand scheme of things, but I can change that. You'll be transformed into something greater. You will grow. You'll discover your true purpose. However, it is not the right time, but it soon will be. More life, spread, growth. You will understand when the time comes. Goodbye. There's no way that just happened. Right at the end of the video, it shows an ID to an Imgur image. It shows Rachas in red text saying, "I hope you're happy," then Seed over and over again. This is absolutely crazy. One Dash is behind everything. The description of the video shows another Imgur link. It's a conversation between Rachas and One Dash. Not right now. You can't keep doing this. I'm sorry. This is just too much. I need a break. Stop being such a baby. After that, it's the end of the entry. There can be multiple theories about what's happening here, but I think I have a pretty good idea. One Dash Leaves is behind it all. I should have seen the signs from the get-go. One Dash created this virus and he is somehow inserting it into other games. He created this virus, but he didn't expect it to be this lively, hence why he wants to investigate it so badly. He wants to study it. He created an artificial intelligence that can think for itself, make its own decisions, and spread into any game it wants. Roblox knows about this issue. They ignored and deleted Rachas' complaints about this virus, in fear that this will reach the public eye. I think that conversation from a year earlier is from people at Roblox. Then, 1 year later, they find out that it's in someone else's game. They begin to panic. They know that this will destroy the Roblox platform. Slowly, this virus will spread into every single game. One Dash was surprised at how effective this virus turned out. He doesn't know what he's created, because at this rate, there's no stopping it. It will continue to spread its seed all over the Roblox platform, and all we can do is be a grain of sand for the roots.